Today's video was actually a question by Joe White 6597. But rather than do it as a short Q&A, I decided to create a longer video out of the question related to orbs because there are so many interconnected events that we should cover for a better understanding of these celestial phenomena. So I thank you for the question, Joe White 6597, for inspiring this long-form video. Joe's question was,
they're looking at orbs. What's happening?
I had planned on doing a more comprehensive video on the orbs before the question, but I was slow on the uptake with the holidays. So now we will examine this psyop in more depth. First, let me say one thing to help you see through the fog. The fog is lifting, the orbs and the so-called drones have significantly been reduced, and now the mass attacks are dominating the news. None of it's an accident. If you remember from my first video about the drone sightings, I maintained that disclosure was underway as predicted by the secret space program soldier known as JP. I find that it's better to stay on one topic until I have a clear understanding, so I will link those videos at this end, and I will provide links to additional related videos in the description for your research. In my video, I guessed that the Galactic Federation was responsible for many of the craft, especially the ones who were able to avoid our most sophisticated defenses, and the reports of crafts communicating with us by flashing their lights in response to requests by people on the ground. Please share this video with your friends and family. We are still engaged in warfare, and your fear aids the dark side, so please share this information to allay their fears, because everything really is going to be okay. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell because the drama isn't over yet. In fact, this coming month is the last chance for the opposition to desperately change the outcome of future events. They will try even more anomalies, but they will not stop what is coming. I know that many others report everything they hear, but I honestly try very hard to verify everything, or at least use sources that I have researched and believe to be factual. If you want to further support the channel with a tip or super thanks, it's under the 3 dots below the video, and I am so grateful for every donation to my disclosure effort. So let's see what we know about these orbs today. The Intergalactic Confederation. After my drone video, Elena Danan came out with a video that I'll link, in which she confirms that the so-called drones are an extraterrestrially controlled disclosure appearance. However, Elena stated that it was conducted by the Intergalactic Confederation, also known as the Seeders, which is another collective of advanced extraterrestrial civilizations. This group is believed to have played a pivotal role in seeding life across various galaxies, including the Milky Way, and their mission focuses on restoring balance and fostering human evolution, particularly during significant transitional periods on Earth. So we have a team on our side, guys. I get that our mind has been programmed to resist this all, but let's look at the facts. A 2021 Pew Research Center survey found that 65% of Americans believe intelligent life exists on other planets, and only 34% of Americans don't. I don't know about you, but I'd say those numbers have significantly changed in the last 2 months. A 2024 Ipsos poll across 36 countries revealed varying beliefs about the likelihood of alien visits from a global standpoint, but 20% believed that alien beings are on Earth and walk among us disguised as humans. Once we get to the point of believing that ETs exist, we need to look at the area covered. Based on the Hubble and James Webb Space Telescopes, the current estimated number of galaxies in the observable universe is 2 trillion galaxies. Not planets, but galaxies. Additionally, the observable universe is limited by the speed of light and the age of the universe. So beyond the 2 trillion galaxies, there could be far more galaxies that we cannot detect because their light hasn't reached us yet. It's extremely egocentric to think that we are the only advanced civilization. For this reason, it's logical to believe that within at least 2 trillion galaxies, there would be more than one group, organization, military, etc. Think of how many different groups and causes that we have on our small planet. The fact that there are multiple collectives of extraterrestrials is not far-fetched at all to me. So now we have another group of extraterrestrials who are actively involved in disclosure and the evolution of Earth or Terra to them. Before we examine what these orbs actually are, let's look at a little more about the Intergalactic Confederation, described as a group of highly evolved beings who collaborate with the Galactic Federation of Worlds to guide and support Earth's progression. They have been instrumental in humanity's development. In her book, The Cedars, The Return of the Gods, Donnan looks deeper into the Confederation's role and their interactions with humanity. She explains the Intergalactic Confederation as a benevolent force, guiding humanity's progression and assisting in awakening our inherent potential. Their ongoing involvement is believed to safeguard human evolution, ensuring that we navigate the complexities of the cosmic arena under their watchful guidance. I don't know about you, but I feel safer than I have in many years and am anxiously watching disclosure unfold. So let's look at these orbs. It appears that there are at least 2 different orbs that were deployed: metallic orbs and plasma orbs. Each of these technologies is associated with different groups of extraterrestrials. The plasmic orbs are utilized by the Intergalactic Confederation, explained above, and serve multiple functions, including remote viewing and data collection. Plasma orbs are glowing, luminous, spherical phenomena that often emit a bright, sometimes pulsating light. This light can vary in color, with common descriptions including blue, white, or green, although other colors have also been observed. These plasma orbs are typically described as perfectly spherical, though some reports mention them fluctuating in shape or size. The ones that we seem to be seeing are morphic. They can hover, float, or move erratically, defying conventional laws of physics, such as instant acceleration, sudden stops, or quick directional changes. Plasma is often called the 4th state of matter, along with solid, liquid, and gas. Plasma consists of positively charged ions and free electrons and is highly conductive. This gives plasma its unique ability to interact with magnetic fields and electricity. Plasma orbs can be used for various purposes, from energy generation to propulsion systems. Some theories suggest that the orbs might be related to advanced forms of electromagnetic or gravitational manipulation. One of the most common uses for plasma orbs is related to propulsion or energy generation. Extraterrestrial civilizations have discovered ways to harness plasma for advanced energy sources, such as antimatter reactors or zero-point energy. This would allow their spacecraft to travel vast distances across space with minimal energy input and near-instant acceleration. Plasma orbs might also be used to create protective energy fields around spacecraft or other technology, providing defense against radiation or attacks. Specifically, plasma orbs are sentient or able to interact with humans or the environment. In this manner, the plasma orbs might be used for communication, either by emitting specific frequencies or by physically interacting with the surroundings. Also, plasma orbs are sometimes seen as part of a larger surveillance system, where they act as autonomous observers or data collectors for extraterrestrial civilizations. Haven't there been some other craft spotted that weren't orbs? Equipped to scan energy signatures, DNA, and even blood types, they act as advanced probes for gathering information. An example includes the Alteans, one of the 24 cedar races, who reportedly have a base in the Himalayas where such plasma orbs are employed. These orbs can also facilitate remote viewing, allowing individuals to observe distant locations. In certain UFO reports, plasma orbs have been observed alongside or as part of extraterrestrial crafts, often exhibiting similar glowing or pulsating features. In contrast, The Galactic Federation of Worlds employs metallic orbs. These probes share similar functionalities with plasma orbs, such as data collection and scanning capabilities. The choice between plasma and metallic technology reflects the technological preferences of different extraterrestrial cultures. These orbs are typically described as smooth metallic spheres or orbs, sometimes with glowing features or a reflective surface. The characteristics of these orbs vary, but they do have some consistent properties, including: first, the orbs move in ways that defy known physics, including rapid acceleration, sudden changes in direction, or even hovering silently in the air. These movements indicate advanced propulsion technology, likely based on principles not fully understood by human science. The metal of these orbs is often described as ultralight yet durable, suggesting that they are composed of materials more advanced than anything currently available on Earth. Some have reported that these metal orbs have properties like being impervious to heat, electromagnetic interference, or even physical damage. This is why the military's best defenses have been unable to take them down, until the mysterious fog happened. These orbs use exotic energy sources, such as zero-point energy, antimatter, or gravitational manipulation, to power their movement and sustain their form. The orbs serve various functions, such as reconnaissance drones, part of larger craft, or even autonomous devices with specific tasks in mind. There are also claims that these orbs could be tools for communication, data collection, or energy generation. Metal orbs are connected to specific extraterrestrial races, suggesting they are part of a broader technological network used by advanced civilizations. Some have been linked to sightings of Nordic aliens and other extraterrestrial beings. It should be said that there are orbs that belong to other extraterrestrial civilizations, such as the Arahil Solosi and ancient interdimensional cultures that predate the Anunnaki's arrival on Earth. These ancient technologies are also believed to be reactivating as Earth undergoes significant changes. So we know that a couple of months ago, JP told us about disclosure ramping up with increased ET appearances that the military tried unsuccessfully to use our best defense technology on. Then we started seeing unexplained craft across the world, described as drones by the media. As the chatter grew, so did the number of crafts. It is believed that in addition to numerous citizens deploying personal and commercial drones, the deep state began deploying crafts that the government has designed with extraterrestrial technology that was given to us many years ago. Without offering any explanation, Pentagon spokesperson Major General Pat Ryder held a press conference to assure us that the drones do not pose a threat to national security and are not linked to foreign adversaries. He also assured us that they are not part of any authorized U.S. military program or operation. Ryder also tried to tell us that the reported drone sightings were actually misidentified manned aircraft operating lawfully, but the movement and characteristics of the craft are clearly not a manned airplane. Then President-elect Trump held a press conference stating that the federal government knows exactly who is deploying the crafts, but are choosing to keep people in suspense. So Trump told us the government knows what is going on, but once again, they won't come clean and tell the world. In fact, Trump almost dared government officials to shoot down the craft. So the craft aren't part of any U.S. programs. They aren't foreign adversaries, and the crafts are clearly beyond any known technology that we have on Earth. But they aren't a threat. Okay, so this is such a lie and cover-up and everybody knows it. It seems like the Pentagon just doesn't know what to say. And then all of a sudden, as early as Christmas Eve, an inexplicable fog permeates the sky across the world, decreasing visibility to near zero in many areas. The alleged drones, orbs, whatever came out at night, and coincidentally, the fog lifts in many areas by the mid-morning or afternoon. So basically, the problem of the inexplicable drones is gone with the onset of a mysterious fog. Anybody have any thoughts about why this fog is happening? That is my next video. Everything that I have seen so far tells me that we had moved to the next stage of extraterrestrial disclosure, just as JP predicted. The deep state knew that they were outmanned and didn't dare shoot down intergalactic confederation crafts. They couldn't come up with any plausible explanation because anyone can see that they are beyond our current technology. The deep state couldn't shoot them down, and they have no leverage to convince the Alliance to halt disclosure. So did the deep state employ some sort of HARP-type seeding technology to create the persistent fog, which cannot occur without human intervention. I will explain that in the next video. So that's what I have on the orbs right now, guys. There are always good links in the description of the video. Until next time, I will leave you a quote from an unlikely source, Dan Aykroyd, who once said that there's a positive force in the universe, and I believe extraterrestrials are a part of that energy. I think they're here to help, not harm.